Let's go YouTube. It's your boy, Booba Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So I just happened to be looking at checking out Source on Boxing Scene. And Anthony Joshua's coach, Rob McCRACKEN, head trainer, coach, / manager, / whatever, man. He says that he firmly believes that a fight between Joshua and Wilder should be in the UK. He says, at the moment, the two sides have hit a brick wall in terms of reaching an agreement for a showdown in the fall. He said Wilder wants the contest to go down in the United States, and his handlers have offered Joshua a guaranteed of $50 million to get the deal done. So now that's facts, right? That's proven. This is from Joshua's team that we know for a fact that the $50 million was guaranteed. It was there. So for all you people going to come out talking about it's still fake, it wasn't real and all that nonsense, Joshua team confirmed that, okay? He also states, but a huge amount of money has not been enough to persuade Joshua to fight on foreign soil, right? He says Joshua is very willing to make less money in order to fight Wilder in the UK. Joshua would prefer the fight be at Wembley Stadium. He says that Joshua brought in a record 90,000 fans for his TKO win over Vladimir Klitschko. He also states if Wilder does not agree to fight in the UK, then Joshua will face mandatory challenger Alexander Povetkin, right? He says, I do what he did. Now this is where it gets interesting. He says, I do what I think is in Anthony's best interest. Right now, I think what's best for him would be to box in the UK. Right? Then he states, whoever that's against, whether it's against Wilder, the likes of Alexander Povetkin, you've got fighters like Dillian White doing fantastically well, right up there at the top. You know, he says it's one or two really good fighters, blah, blah, blah. But my thinking is, at the moment, he fights in the UK without a doubt. For me, the Wilder fight will take place in the UK. It must take place in the UK. It's just whether it's this year or next year. That's to be determined. I'd like Anthony to fight in the UK in his next contest. I believe that's what is in his best interest and best for him. He fights in stadiums. He's filled 3 of them. He did Wembley against Vladimir Klitschko, and he's done Principality against Carlos Takam and Joseph Parker. He's a breath of fresh air for British boxing. He's a great bloke. I don't know what the hell is that. He's great for the sport. He speaks well. He looks well. He's likable. He's genuine. You can't speak highly enough of Anthony, and he's a real fighter. He takes challenges up well. He'll fight anybody, but I still believe if he's filling out stadiums, he'll fight in America at some stage, but not right now. I think this should be in the UK, his next fight. Okay, my issue with that. First of all, he says that he takes up every challenge. So if he takes up every challenge, then why not take the $50 million and the challenger going and fighting Deontay Wilder in the States? So that's a hoax. That's a lie. Okay? He says he'll fight anybody. If that's the case, then why he's not fighting Wilder next? We already know. And go check out my man 78 Sports video, because he followed up on the video I did. Shout outs to 78 Sports. Shout outs to the whole LDBC, man. But 78, he did a follow up on the video, and he gave actual facts to what I was saying. And he gave y'all dates. He put dates and names and times to what I was saying. You know what I'm saying? Go check out that video with 78 Sports TV, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the brother. And he debunked the notion, and he let it be known that there was an article from 4 months ago stating Anthony Joshua's plan for 2018 of him fighting when he fought against Joseph Parker, then again in September, then again in December. That September fight being Alexander Povetkin was promised that he would get the fall fight versus Anthony Joshua if he fought on the undercard. And that's exactly what he did. And then Alexander Povetkin also said that he expected to get the Anthony Joshua fight way back then in September, should he be victorious in his fight on the undercard. Go check out 78 Sports video. He give you facts and dates. So we already knew that this fight with Alexander Povetkin was already set, right? So this dude goes on and says that he speaks well, he looks well. What does that have to do with him fighting? He's a likable guy. He's genuine. He's not genuine, because if he was genuine, he would stick to when you're genuine and you're real, you stick to what you say. So he said that he wanted $50 million and he would sign the contract tomorrow. He was offered the $50 million. He didn't sign the contract tomorrow. So that's not being genuine. He also said, give me $50 million and I'll fight anywhere. Basically is what he was saying. That wasn't true. He says that Anthony is a real fighter. Well, real fighters travel. And then this is the thing. He says that eventually he'll fight in the States. Well, what's going to spark him to fight in the States? If you get an offer of $50 million guaranteed with a 50-50 split of revenue, what else you need to spark your interest to go fight in the States? Then he says that money is not an issue. So if money is not an issue, see, this is the thing. We can consistently poke holes in what they say. If money is not an issue, then why not give Deontay Wilder the 60-40 split that he's asking for, and he coming to the UK to take the fight? I'll tell you why. Because Alexander Povetkin was always the plan in September to begin with. It was never Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder threw a monkey wrench in the plans by throwing out that $50 million guarantee with the 50-50 split. And letting the public know what he offered, and that threw a monkey wrench in their plans. And they had to at least pretend to to have interest in the Deontay Wilder fight, because it was such a large number, right? And it was such a great split that no other heavyweight has ever received in the history of the sport of boxing. Do you guys understand that Anthony Joshua has turned down what no other heavyweight in the sport of boxing has ever turned down, has ever received? Not Mike Tyson, not Muhammad Ali, not Jack Johnson, none of these dudes. None of the greats. Not Lennox Lewis, not Riddick Big Daddy Bo, not none of these guys. Not the Klitschko brothers, right? None of these dudes, Evander Holyfield, none of these dudes have ever received $50 million guaranteed with a 50-50 split of revenues. No boxer in history, aside from Floyd Mayweather, and his opponents, the Conor McGregors, the Canelo Alvarez, and the Manny Pacquiaos of the world. He's turned that down just because he wants to fight on his soil, but just to turn around and say that he's still willing to come fight over in the States one of these days makes zero sense, man. So for his manager slash head trainer slash coach slash whatever he is, this dude Rob McCracken, head trainer, coach slash manager, he says that he does this is the thing. This is what I tell you about Anthony Joshua and not being the man and sticking up for and standing up for himself. You know what I'm saying? He don't follow protocol and let his nuts drag. You know what I'm saying? This dude, everybody's talking for him. So now this guy is saying that he does what he thinks is in the best interest of Anthony Joshua. So it's in your best interest to tell Anthony Joshua not to accept $50 million guaranteed with the 50-50 split of revenues. That's your best interest for him. Listen, if I have a manager, a coach, or anybody tells me when I have a family and everything. It's pretty much everybody has a family, but you got a family and you got a coach, a manager, advisor, Al Heyman, anybody telling you, you think Al Heyman would tell any of his fighters to turn down $50 million guaranteed with a 50-50 split of revenue? You think that's good advisory? No, it's not. No, it's not. So this guy is speaking out for Anthony Joshua. Once again, we get somebody else speaking out for Anthony Joshua. It's either Eddie Hearn, it's either Barry Hearn. And I get some people talking about why you keep saying Barry Hearn. What are you dudes, idiots or something, man? This dude actually told me that Barry Hearn is not with Matchroom. The tomfoolery is ridiculous, man. Okay? So you're getting everybody, any and everybody speaking up for Anthony Joshua. And this is what I told y'all. These dudes are in his ear. This source, you can read this article on boxingscene.com. So this is pretty much, he's telling us that he says that the fight has hit a brick wall in terms of reaching an agreement for a showdown in the fall, which we knew. That they didn't want the showdown in the fall because Alexander Povetkin was always the option for the fall. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I got for you, man. Rob McCracken comes out. He speaks for Anthony Joshua once again. Says that it's not in Anthony Joshua's best interest to go fight in the States. And he's going to do what's best for him, for Anthony Joshua. He's speaking for Anthony Joshua. Unbelievable. That's all I got, man. This your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon, get all new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV. Y'all already know what it is, man. This your boy Blue. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, man. Most of all, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Shout out to the whole LDBC, man. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. We out here, man. Go check out the interview. It's on boxingscene.com, man. Rob McCracken said that he's doing what was in Anthony Joshua's best interest, and it's not in Anthony Joshua's best interest to come fight in the States on foreign soil at the moment. That's all I got for y'all. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Peace.